10. Hey, hi guys, General Splatton here. Today I want to do another reveal of a miniature I've got done for Rum Bones, and also go through and take a look at some of the miniatures and tell you a little about them, about their quality and the sculpts and everything. Alright, first up, you've seen this little guy with a deckhand that's got the octopus on his head. I think he turned out pretty cool. The wood bases. Taking the balsa wood and doing those. You've seen the tutorial, hopefully. If not, go back and check it out. But there he is. Now here's little Tom. He's a bosun. Got him done. Pretty pleased how he turned out. I did a peacock feather there. Hope you can see the design in it. But little Tom's a little guy. This is just a construct that he uses. The sword is this one part's better, but hey, I'm learning. But the cold non-metallic gold is getting better. Also did it on the belt buckle and the shoe buckle. There it is in the back. Pretty intense red. No oranges were harmed in the making of this coat. No oranges were used at all. Nothing but red was used. Different shades. But there it is. Really like my idea for the peacock feather. Thought that turned out pretty cool. You see all the glow effects and everything. Alright, let's move on to some of these other guys. I don't know all their names. Go ahead and know a few names. This is Captain Hook. Now these are gaming plastic. As you see there, it moves around. Excuse me. But it's not the really soft, cheap plastic. There is some rigidity to it. It's not Games Workshop hard plastic, but it's certainly not the really cheap stuff. And when I say the cheap stuff, you know, the kind where you've gotten a figure in a game or whatever, and you go to clean up the mold lines, how it frays and everything. Sort of looks like a Brillo pad when you get through. This doesn't do that. It does it to just a little bit, but not as much. So, and plus these aren't too bad to clean up. The only thing that Cool Mini or Not got wrong was they should have molded in the wood bases to it, like Dungeon Saga is from Mantic, how they have the dungeon bases already molded in. But there's Captain Hook. This is Captain Ahab. So really great detail on him. You see there in his cloak, with the fur cloak. Good size model. A Space Marine to be about yay big or so. So got some size to him. I have no idea who this guy is. Don't remember. But he's bright, as you see. But like I said, a lot of great detail on these models. For what they are excellent quality. They are just, you know, an inexpensive plastic gaming piece. They're not meant to be entered in painting contests. You know, they're not resin, they're not metal. But for what they are and the product that they use to make them with, I thought they have knocked it out of the park as far as that, because it's easy to clean up. It is easier than that real soft plastic stuff, and they have a lot of great detail on them. So there's those guys, and here you are. Looks like he's glowing in the dark, but you'll just have to excuse my camera. But a lot of great detail on the folds. Well molded for the intricate pieces like guns and armor. As you see there, just very well done. I believe this is Slevin here. I'm not sure. the swashbuckler. I could be wrong. But, you know, great detail on the muscles. The faces are pretty well done. Like this one here with the beard and the folds of his pants. You got the flames on the sword are crisp and well detailed. So if you got the game, then you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't get the game, then well, I'm sorry. But for what they are and what they're made out of, I think they're just awesome. So look at that big wide mustache he's sporting there, and it's even got individual cuts for hair. So the buttons and the buttonholes are well done. Buttons down the side, the clasps, hair back here on the back. Really well done for plastic gaming figures like this. And these final guys here, maybe this is, I think this might be Slevin here. I'm sorry. I get those two mixed up. But he's a pretty non-detailed model. But you got this guy right here with the porkers. He's got his pigs there. I forget his name. But you see all the like the button holes or the strap holes on the piece of leather. Rings on his fingers there. I mean, not but the thing he's holding him up. But great detail on these guys. Nice work on the feathers, and really great job on any kind of clothing. The folds of it, you know, very dynamic posing for the cloak here. Great. I guess it's like an ostrich plume feather, you know, the big stringy ones. The hair, the ruffles on the cravat or whatever that is. You know, a little work on the sword to get them straightened back out, but you see the flexibility. But solid otherwise, except when you get to thin pieces like this. So there it is. And here's little Tom again. But I think he turned out pretty well. Had a lot of fun painting him. But if you're thinking about buying these retail, the game retail, and worried about the figures, I would say not to be. For what they are, they're great. You know, they're not metal, they're not resin, but they certainly paint up well. Have some great poses to them, and a lot of fun and great concepts behind them. So, if you have any questions about any of this, let me know. This is General Splatton, and I'll talk again. Dismissed.